Hey, let's check out how to make a comet time lapse in PixInsight. I'll show you how to do that. Stick around. My name is Doug. This is AstroAF. All right, over here in PixInsight, what I have going on is my first image from my stack of registered images. And if we look at those, I can pull those up and I have my registered folder here. So this came from my WBPP stack and all my registered images. So this is all the stars are registered, and what I'm going to have is a moving comet with stationary stars by doing this. So then on this first image, I want to set up and get it the way that I would like it to look. And with this, I'm doing minimal processing on it. You can probably go as far as you want for what I wanted to do here for this demo. I just wanted to show you how I set this up. So I opened up that first image in the stack, and then I did the processing that I wanted on it. So I applied a background extraction, and then noise exterminator and blur exterminator, and then just an SCNR just to get rid of some of the green noise. And what I did is I created a process container. And so from the History Explorer here, you can just drag in these to create the process. For example, I could just drag in SCNR out of history into a process container, and it'll add it in there for me. And then if you need to, you can reorder these with these up and down arrows as well. And so anyway, that's my process container. So I'm going to run this process automatically, and I'm going to run it on a batch. So how do I set up my batch? So the first thing that I wanted to do before I run the process container is I want to do a LinearFit. So I created a LinearFit here and set it up to go to this LinearFit normalized directory. And I have that here. And so this was all of my output files from this process. And so when I simply open up LinearFit here, and then I want to choose my reference image, which in this case, again, is going to be this first image that I have here. So which is this one. And I click OK. And so now that's my reference image. Now I'm just going to drag this and I drop it on that LinearFit image container, and it'll run the LinearFit on all of the images that are in here. And the way that I set that up, so if I go ahead and delete all these that are selected, then I can just add, and I can go to that registered. These are the ones that we're going to do. And then I can select all of these, and that'll populate that. And then I tell it that I want to go to the normalized directory here, which I've already done. And once that's done, then I can simply drop my LinearFit on there, and it'll batch process the LinearFit on all the files in that folder. So once I have that, then I set up this pre-process here. And the pre-process is going over, and I've got all of the images that are in my LF normalized directory that I just showed you, which is here. So these are all the images that I ran LinearFit on, and I output them to this directory. And then I'm going to have an output here that goes to LNBGE, which is basically I'm just doing my background extraction and stuff on these, and that's the stuff that's in my process container here. Okay, and so then I can just drag my process container and drop it right on there, and that will run all of these in order on all of the files that are in and defined here in the image container. And the result of that then went out to my LNBGE, and so I've got all of my files here that just got all of the process items done here in this process container. And so once I'm done with that, then I can use the blink tool here which is in process, all processes, blink. And then I'm going to open up the images here from the LNBGE directory that I created. And we'll just open those. Now the background isn't exactly the way that I wanted it, but it's okay. We'll do some stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and unlink this. And we've still got a little bit more background going on here than what I like, but I currently have with that a series of images that are a time lapse of my session. And so what I want to do now is obviously make a movie of that. And so what I did is this little button right down here on the bottom right of Blink is crop and create a video. So if I click that, then this will pop up. Now, some important notes, and this kind of messed me up for a little bit, and I finally figured it out. But one, I needed FFmpeg installed. I didn't have that installed, and so I did end up installing that in using Homebrew. And I'm on a Mac. In looking at that, I did a brew install FFmpeg, okay, and that allowed Homebrew, which is a package manager, to install the FFmpeg program on my computer. If you're on Windows, I can't really help you here too much. You'll need to go out and have a look and see how to install what you need, like FFmpeg, on your Windows machine. And then once it was installed, I was able to check and see that I did get it installed, which I did, and I have FFmpeg version, where is it, 8 right here. So it's installed correctly. And then I also needed to know the path to it, because what I found out is PixInsight doesn't automatically, even though FFmpeg is on my path, PixInsight couldn't find it. So if you do a which FFmpeg, that will give you information here, which is opt homebrew bin FFmpeg. That's where that application exists on my system. And if you're on Mac, when you do it, you can run which FFmpeg. It'll let you know. And if you did it through Homebrew, then it'll be here. And so then up here in the program, I added that path /FFmpeg. All right. And then I put together this command here for arguments, and I'll put that in the description just so that you can use it if you want to. And I chose my output directory, which in this case is movie, and I just clicked on this button. I went over and clicked on it. You can see I have my movie in here already. And then I run it, and it took about, I don't know, it didn't take too long, 30 seconds, 45 seconds or so. And then it spit out that movie into the movie directory. Then I had what I needed. So if I go and then take a look at what to do with the movie next, then I'll shift over here I use Davinci Resolve. And what I did here is I actually went over here into the color first, and I made adjustments here in the color by modifying the lift, offset, and gain, just getting it the way that I liked it there. And then also made some adjustments to the lighting and background and stuff like that for HDR to get better contrast and to clean up that background, which it did really nicely. And then back over in the movie, then it was only about 11 seconds long or so for the data that I had on the output. And so over in the speed change here, I changed the speed to like 10%. And that ended up giving me, we're at 119 and 149. So that's 30-second video of this here, and I'll show it here in just a minute. That was all I needed to do. It took a little while to get it done because the batch processes take a bit, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results here, and I'll show them to you in just a minute. So yeah, that's how you create a movie of your Comet for your time lapse in PixInsight, and then do a quick edit on it and get it the way that you want it over in your video editor of choice. Mine happens to be Davinci. And so anyway, that's fun, and I hope that that you enjoyed that, and it helps you out if you want to do something like that. So again, start with your already stacked registered files, because those are going to have the star registration, so the stars will stay fixed, but the comet is still moving within those, and then you can get the comet movement into the video, which I'll show you here. So anyway, thank you very much. If you like this content and you'd like to support this channel, I'd love to have you as a member. And with that, you get perks and you get access over to members only in my Discord. And you can also become a member at Buy Me a Coffee. I've also got merch. If you like to get something in return, then you can visit my merch store, and links for that is in the description as well. So yeah, thank you very much. My name is Doug, and this is AstroAF.